Well, they say the intro's too long, and yeah, that's just a little something that I learned from the big boys. It's supposed to be too long. Everything's delayed here on YouTube, but I want to get to the Iron Bowl in a minute, and of course, little brother's back to crying, like, you know, just come on, little fella, come on, little fella, come on, little fella. You think you crying? You gotta try to people over at Ole Miss. I did a song. I wanted to share it with you. Kind of dedicating a little something to
Malenga wonder now switching this.
That guy, what's his name? Lane Kiffin. That's the guy name.
Let me break it down for you.
Listen.
The actor riding in on a high horse, fans going crazy, only to leave in shame, disappointment, and abject failure. It's a cycle, it's a sickness. Check the resume.
What you think I did on you? Let me break it down for you kissing me. No.
Then I got this one.
Yeah.
I like this one a little bit better.
We got a new word for the dictionary today. Webster ain't got this one yet.
No, that's it. I'm sitting over.
It's called kiffing.
Forgive me, Kiffin. Yeah.
High horse entry. Backdoor exit.
Yeah. Come on. Somebody get it
Check
on
the
there.
resume.
Yeah, check his resume.
It started out west, silver and black. Young boy wonder didn't know how to act. Al Davis sat him down, looked him dead in the eye. Handed him a letter, told him grow up or goodbye. Couldn't handle the Raiders, so he ran to the south. Rocket top, call him, put his foot in his mouth. 1 year in, fans bound a dream, then he dipped in the night, tore apart the whole team. Mattresses burning, riot in the street. Left a historic program facing defeat. Just a stepping stone, he don't care where he's at. Leaving wreckage in the rear view.
That's just a little bit of it. I got more to come. Check me out tomorrow. Now let's get to the show. Oh, this man's killing me over here. He said the last time Auburn had a coach with little tiny hands was Terry Bowden. Man, he on his head already. That man didn't even got his office fixed up, and this man is going after him. Will the consecutive seasons under 500 continue? It's me. That's what. Don't answer right now. Don't answer right now. But I know you're gonna give us your prognostication here going forward. But hey, I'm happy for him, man. I'm glad somebody picked him up. But let me see my intro. Roll Tide, Alabama Nation. Welcome to Tide Sports, the Alabama Football Megacast. Thank you for joining me on whichever virtual space you're catching me on right now. Tell everybody to lock me in as we get ready to make this playoff run. That's right, I said playoff run. We got here, and we want to talk about your Alabama Crimson Tide, the greatest dynasty the world has ever seen. But before we get rolling, I want you to share a pound with a brother. I ain't talking about a British sterling or some kind of unit. I want you to drop a pound right on that subscribe button. Subscribe for showdown. I know I've been off rhythm, had some stuff going on, but I'm back now. I'm doing my thing. And drop it on that subscribe button. Tell folks about it. Tell them we're trying to go to 1,000 subscriptions and help me get there. I need the power of the people to lift us up where this channel belongs. I'm telling you, what a great game. What a letdown. What a pick me up. Glad to survive. I can't believe that happened. I use as a matter of fact, I'm telling you right now, I am going to a post-game live show. I cannot sit there for 4 quarters watching this coaching staff put up with whatever they want to put. They're doing. I don't know why they're doing it. I don't know why it's the way it is. I don't know. I don't get it. I want to talk about it. The scoreboard truth was this: is Alabama jumped out to a 17-0 lead. So we're like, okay, oh yeah, bartender, I have another. Looking like a contender. Looking like, okay, maybe we got it. Whatever. Like we was ready to go, but that ain't what happened. That is not what happened. Auburn adjusted. They adjusted. They slowed things down. They started doing what they did. They gave us that Tiger counterpunch. And they moved the ball dangerously, efficiently down the field. We couldn't stop them. They finished the game with a higher yards per play than Alabama. We end up doing to them what Oklahoma did to us. Oklahoma outgained us, out this, out that. Turnovers made today. Same thing with Auburn. It was crucial. They moved the ball, but didn't score. Defense was still strong, even though it let go of 20 points. Even though they let go of 20 points, the average of 17, so defense did a good job. In the clutch gap, Auburn ran more than 8. They ran more plays than we did, yet they lost. Red zone inefficiency and turnovers, what rule today. Thank you, Coach Womack, for saving this squad. One my applause button. That man deserves some applause. Thank you, Coach Womack. There you go, man, because we don't know what's going on the other side of the ball. Can we even call it offense? I guess we have to. Alabama, scored on, 4 out of 5 trips to the red zone. So the offense did something, but it was wonky. Auburn was stalling, and the turnovers and their penalties just came and just beat them up all over the place. Let me go to these comments real quick. Go back to the top. Well, it's me said to say, Is that Bowden that itty bitty hand? Well, he was an itty bitty guy. What was he like? What he like 5'1"? He set a record for the shortest coach in Division I football after 1945. Wasn't he the shortest coach ever? I think he may have been the shortest coach ever. Let's see. So AU fans pulling for Georgia like pulling for your ex's new man because he can do what you get. Man. I don't get it. I mean, it's some people that are like, when it comes to Alabama and Georgia, they know they need to just watch Conference USA. I mean, both of these teams are arch rivals of you guys. First of all, Auburn is in our state for whatever reason, we don't know. Playing, just educate people. Don't worry about the football. We got this taken care of. Second of all, Georgia, that's the oldest rival in the South. How could they pull for either one? Auburn versus Georgia is the oldest game in the South. The only reason we don't have the oldest one is because they got scared and didn't want to play us for 20 years. That's another story for another time. But back to this game. Now with 6 Iron Bowl victories under our belt. What do we do now? Do we go for 7? Can the new guy, congratulations on your new coach. Yeah. I can't wait till he cuss out somebody that's got a net worth over $10 million. It should be epic. Because that guy, he's a player coach, but he's about as brash as they get. But that boy, that man is ornery. He is Coach Honey Bear. I mean, he got some classic stuff he's done on the field. He don't like nobody that really ain't on that sideline. If you on the other sideline, you in the press box, you in the suites, he ain't got no time for you. Man is very impatient. I can't wait till Golish gets to going over at Auburn and he tell, I don't know, Pat Dye III to go blow it out his windpipe. I'm just looking for that article to come out when he tell him just how he get down. Because he come in, he got the same kind of confidence as Nick Saban. Maybe he is a next new coming. I kind of call him like a low budget Lane Kiffin. And Lane Kiffin still ain't won a championship. I just want to throw that out there. While everybody throwing money in his feet, Lane Kiffin ain't won a damn thing. Did Lane Kiffin win the West when we had a West East? I mean, we're not going to worry about how much they paid old boy. Actually happened to a frat brother of mine, same game, opposite or the same size of the field. My frat brother, Ed Sism, he caught a screen pass or a short pass, something like that, and he too fumbled because he got lit up like a Christmas tree. And only difference is Cam Coleman can make it up. He can really make it up by entering the portal and coming on over to Alabama like the rest of his family told him he should have done a long time ago. Or he does have a chance to make it up right there on the plains. Ed Sism was a senior. That was, I think, maybe he played a bowl game, but he fumbled that ball. I was at that game. I felt so bad. I barely knew him, but I felt so bad. I felt oof. So I can't even get on Cam Coleman like that because it's just, I know somebody who went through that and I felt horrible for them. Trying to make a play, man. But that dang Bray Hubbard believes in making plays. And speaking of plays, with the game tied, I mean, that drive that we saw in the fourth quarter, it was legendary. It had a bunch of silliness in it, but it was legendary. I think it was like 8 minutes. They went the whole length of the field, and then they had to go for it on a 4th and 2 from the shotgun. I'm gonna come back to this shotgun formation. But this man, he wasn't selling for threes, man. Because a 3 would have guaranteed 1 possession for Auburn. Who knows if the guy would ever fumble. This man, he knew the risk of not converting this thing and turning it over on downs. But he went for it. Them guys executed and shot out for Isaiah Horton with the hat trick in the Iron Bowl. Are you kidding me? Is that Iron Bowl Hall of Fame? And we've been nice enough to each other to put people's names. That's got to be. I ain't seen nothing like that since what's his name? Not Palmer. Since I saw Sean Alexander, and I think his name, what was the tackle? They took over a game in the second half. I promise you, they ran that off tackle run to Sean Alexander so many times. They couldn't stop it. It was good for 5 yards. They couldn't stop it. Chris Samuels. That was the tackle. Left tackle Chris Samuels and Sean Alexander running the same damn play about 12 times. Alabama probably had 24 plays in that half. They ran the same play. At least it looked the same to me. Samuels would crush yours in front of him and still get up and stick a hand on somebody else. And Sean Alexander come by like a freight train. Whether he got 3 or whether he got 6. It seemed like they did that play all night long, and that's how they beat Auburn on the field. I was at that game, and I'll never forget it. Never forget it all my life. But that Isaiah Horton, Ty Simpson he was all over the place all night. They executed, man. I mean, but that was a risky play. They did it, but it had to be done. A precise pass under immense pressure. I mean, hitting them they just hit this man. How many ways did Horton score? It was over the shoulder, going across this way. I mean, I said that their DBs was a weakness, but it didn't kill them because our guy ain't had that many yards passing. But when they got in that red zone, they got something figured out. I mean, they just sealed that thing. I mean, Bray Hubbard he was doing Hubbard-like things. Bray Hubbard come in there, putting the hat on the ball. And I told y'all, I've seen a couple of games, SEC games. I have seen, especially that running back in Missouri. He saw Bray Hubbard coming one time, and he came out of the hole. He went this way. He went this way to his, it may have been a smart cut, but I've seen people avoid Bray Hubbard. Not in the Florida State game, but I've seen people say, you know what? That Bray guy, something is wrong with him. I'm not letting him hit me. Ever since I think the Georgia game, people have been avoiding Bray Hubbard. Quarterbacks try to avoid him with their passes, but I don't know what's worse, like him getting in between your pass or him putting that helmet on the ball. And luckily, it was a perfect hit because if we'd have come across the body a little high or low, they may have hit him with a what is it, the targeting penalty, because I think all the targeting penalties I saw during that game was garbage, especially the one against Alabama. How you gonna be hitting a man in the hole? Pause. And you lower your hat. This big, tall quarterback lowers his hat. You in the hole. I mean, you trying to hit the ball. Bad posture, tackling and everything, but how do we get a target and you right there in the A gap? I mean, what's vulnerable about somebody choosing to run their ass up an A gap in the SEC? You're asking to get hit a lot. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get hit 4 or 5 times just for your troubles. I didn't understand that. I think they could have let that stuff go. But yeah, that strip, I mean, it wasn't even strip. He put his head on the ball. Man, and gotta pay attention, like, folks. Coming up with that doggone ball was like, he ran through that so quick. But before they knew the ball was out, I think even before Cam Coleman knew the ball, lost him. He came into, he was watching the whole thing. He couldn't make the play, but he was coming. And he came through there like there was no chance for recovery. That's why I need somebody to sit down with young Lots here. I saw what you was trying to do. When that man muffed that punt, he thought he was about to do one. All we need you to do, young man, at that time, just hit the ground, cover that ball up. You know you run faster than a speeding bullet. What happens if a bullet touches a balloon? It's gonna pop. Football's gonna go out of bounds, man. Just dive on the ball. He was trying to scoop and score. And all we needed was the ball, young man. All we needed was the ball after the muff. But it was a great game, man. But I mean, it was just wonky, man. Net rushing yards. Alabama was 158, Auburn had 152. And I thought we didn't run the ball enough, but I think I didn't calculate in. Ty had about 10 rushes, 10 carries. So we had 38 attempts rushing, but passing we on 35. So that puts us a little bit over 50%. I prefer to be on the 65% side. But, 65%, that's still over 50%. A lot more than I thought it was. But 19 for 35, not the best day. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes Ty was under pressure, of course, but sometimes I guess he was just rushing and he was I just don't know what he was. I don't know why we don't run the ball more effectively. We had a good running game going with Jalen Miller, but he got injured and it just seemed like we could have run the ball at least. Instead of throwing 35 times, I would like to see Ty somewhere around 24 and maybe we got 9 more rushes out of this thing. But hey, it worked out. We both averaged 4.2 yards per rush. Oh, man. We lost 20 yards because of the sacks and stuff. We lost 20 yards, but that's why our net came out to 158. Actually, we had 178 yards rushing, but you lost 20 because of the sacks or whatever. Total offense, we were 280, below our season average. Auburn was at 411, but the defense did not bend when it counted. They did their thing, and they still only scored 20 points. I mean, bravo to Coach Womack. Penalties crept back up again. We had 8 instead of 6, 8 for 67. Auburn had 10 for 84, and that really hurt them. Like I said, give up 100 yards, usually give up a touchdown, or at least 6 points, and that's kind of what happened to us. Punting was punting, and we punted too much. We had 7 points in the game. I ain't like that at all. But what a game, man. Getting down to the player level on this thing. Let's see. Jalen Miller finished with 83. yards gained. Sure would have liked to get him in the end zone, 5 for 5. Ryan Williams, I don't know. Lysell Brooks has gotten on the field and he's having his way. No fanfare. Nobody saying he's 17, 18 years old or he just walked off a high school field in New Jersey and now he's dominating, just getting in when he fit in. Isaiah Horton, 5 receptions for 35 yards, 3 touchdowns. I thought he had 6 receptions. But anyway, 35 yards and 3 touchdowns. You're talking about a red zone threat. NFL's they're gonna take heed to that. They're gonna take heed to that because he is kind of a possession receiver. But if he becomes keeps doing it around the end zone in the becomes a Chris Carter like, all he does is catch touchdown. That'll be a nice career if they can count on you in the end zone. Ashton Daniels almost Jackson Arnold us. This man 23 carries for 114 yards. And unlike I thought before, I thought we would have at least 2 rushes where they would gash us for about 25 yards. Their longest rush was 20 yards by Daniels, the quarterback. And then they got us again, Jeremiah Cobb, who did not touch the ball enough. Shh, don't tell nobody. I think he did get hurt, but he had 10 carries, 35 yards. He got a 12-yard run. So bravo to the defense. They allowed him to get 152. I don't know. I can't, I'm just used to championship teams stopping and run and running the ball, but have things changed? I don't think so, but we will find out if we get on to the playoffs. And who is Malcolm Simmons? Whose man is that? 3 receptions for 143 yards? Are you kidding me? Hey, I had to laugh because was that Dijon Lee? And he'll learn. He went for the ball, and I don't know if he knows how fast or tall he is. I think he's 6'4". He went for the ball, but he went so quick. By the time he figured out he missed the ball, he was on the bench because he ran straight through the white stripe. And I don't think he started turning around until he was like 2 or 3 rows of people deep into the sideline. And of course, Mr. Simmons was gone. He was gone. I don't like that happening. I don't know why that happens, but we got to tighten that up. The rest of the receivers kind of held in check. Like I said, that whole Simmons thing, I think was kind of a miscue on our part. But he did have a wonderful game because he represents like 60-something% of Auburn's passing offense. But here's the thing that troubled me a lot. Oh, when I look at our tackling, we had about 4 guys had 5 tackles. One had 4 and somebody had 2. Great game, great balanced game by the defense. But this is the thing that troubled me. These 3rd and 4 or less. I'm looking at the what you call it, basically the play-by-play, break the game log. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times where Alabama was like 3rd and 4 or less. And I think it was only 1 third and 4, but 3rd and 3 or less. So it's about 8 of them. I could ask my daughter, like, what formation you about to run right here? Who would say shotgun? I would say the reason that we were so inefficient when it came to 3rd downs is probably because of that. I mean, that whole being in 3rd, I think I get the 3rd down stats. I think we were like slightly over, like 28% on 3rd downs. It's like 4 for 17. I think a couple of them we should have been able to get on the ground. I mean, who goes to the shotgun and you got, because for folks that don't know, you're a novice of football strategy like me. When you do the shotgun, you're about 3 or 4 yards behind the doggone line of scrimmage. So you got 2 yards to go. You're gonna take the ball 4 yards back and you're gonna try to run for it. Most people wouldn't do that, so they know you're gonna throw. So you're kind of giving it away. So even if you let your line, you do your best blocking job on a 3rd and 3, and you get 2 yards, you may be able to chance it. I mean, we got away with a lot of this, had to punt after a lot of this, but that 4 of 17 is not indicative of championship team. It's just not. Going back to the chat, It's Me says, if you need a deal on toilet paper, they getting rid of a lot of toilet paper. Oh, hold on. They got that shaman. I don't do nothing but them Scots and them shamans. I don't mess around with paper, man. I don't mess around with paper. I do get the Member Smart. I would tell you, over the last 20 years, Member Smart toilet paper has been very reliable for my family. What do you say? Game plan to save Williams for Georgia. I don't know. It's like a lot of stuff we did. I'm always thinking like, oh, we didn't do it. It is because we want to make Georgia think. We're going to be 3rd and 3. We're going shotgun. Then last minute, we're going to do a dive play. I don't know. I think like that all the time. I don't know if Williams is hurt. A lot of Jeremy was probable going into the game. He played. He contributed. But I don't think Ryan Williams had a target. I mean, target means nobody even looked your direction and threw a ball at you at all. But, Lottie Brooks, Isaiah Horton, of course, Jeremy Bernard, and even, who else? There were a total of 1, 2, see, was about 10 receivers that got a ball thrown in their direction. Yeah, that's the only way they get on this log. Let's see. Jamarian Miller, of course, Daniel Hill, running back. Caleb Edwards, a freshman. A.K. Deere, another freshman. Yeah. Rico Scott, he had a target. He didn't catch anything. Marshall Pritchard, transfer tight end. And Jay Lindsey, I'm telling you right now, I don't even know who Jay Lindsey is. I don't know if he's another tight end or if he's another receiver. But no Ryan Williams on this log, meaning he didn't have a target thrown at him at all. So maybe he's hurt. Now that we get over all the celebration and we won the state. We won the state. What's going on with the SEC championship, man? How in the world? I had to find out how in the world this Texas A&M not playing this game and Georgia does, even though we beat Georgia. Because a long time ago they discounted Georgia because we already beat Georgia. So why we want to see it again? But Alabama ain't playing. And this whole 2 weeks, I've been worried about, Texas A&M look kind of, how we gonna deal with Texas A&M? Balance. No, they ain't played nobody. Texas A&M, they got this, they doing that. I was worried about Texas A&M. Then next thing you know, we win the game. They're like, yeah, Alabama's gonna play Georgia. Huh? And then people telling me, they cheat for Alabama. They cheat for Alabama. Hold your mule. Hold it right there. They got nothing to do with Alabama. When I look this up, I just want to dedicate this huge chunk of frustration. We need to explain the mathematics. That's when you cipher it. You put 1 and 1 together, you come up with 2. There may have been political layer to it, but it ain't the way they got the tiebreaker mixed up. The tiebreaker says one thing. What is this? The tiebreaker says that it's cold, but it is a hard math thing. Texas A&M and Georgia finished with identical conference records. Did you hear me say Alabama? No, you didn't. Now, battling for the second spot in the SEC championship after Alabama secured the first by winning. Okay? We took our conference loss and we secured it by beating Auburn. Auburn would have beat us, we'd not be going to Atlanta. I wanted to avoid Atlanta. I thought 10-2 gets you in the playoffs, just to be honest. Now, the rule is it's a critical metric that separates them. It's called a cumulative conference winning percentage of defeated opponents. Okay, I'm going to say it one more time because I know some of us don't read well. Cumulative conference winning percentage of defeated opponents. Defeated in the conference, their winning percentage. Look who Alabama is beating. And we said this a long time ago, go look and see who Texas A&M has beaten. Texas A&M, Texas and Texas A&M. I think we've already said this on multiple shows, even though at the water cooler, we want that schedule. I think Auburn fans want that schedule. We want that schedule. It just ain't what you think it is. And this is what happens to them. They played the same schedule for 2 years in a row, shoulder week. Our schedule was tough last year, and it got tougher this year. So the translation is the SEC office looked at the combined conference record of all the teams you beat. If those teams were better, you got credit. So Georgia's defeated opponents had a marginally better combined record and winning percentage than Texas A&M's defeated opponents. And it was a tiny little fraction. So for everybody that keep telling me, even calling me, texting me, telling me, man, it's politics. They let Georgia and the SEC, they let Alabama in the SEC championship. No, they did not. None of them stood a chance against Alabama's record against conference defeated opponents. The only one we couldn't include in there was, of course, Oklahoma. So that's all I got to say. You know, why is a team's fate determined by the failure of their opponents? I don't know. A&M did their job. They beat teams on their schedule, but when you go to 16 teams, wonky kind of stuff happens. Yet they got penalized because, you know, Tennessee and South Carolina, they didn't do very well against other SEC foes. You know, the eye test and the algorithm, all this stuff say, man, Texas A&M supposed to be able to play in that game. But I don't think nobody can say that Alabama's not supposed to be there. That's crazy. Because Georgia was looking crazy early in the season. We looking crazy right now in the season. But I thought Texas A&M, by my eye test, was going to get in there. But that's not, it's tiebreaker. That's why you said tiebreaker is something you set up before the season started. I don't think they made it up, you know, while watching the game on Saturday. Like, oh, Alabama's going to win this thing. Oh, let's find a way to get them in the SEC championship. Because, you know, it might not be technically rigged, but, you know, it's a selection. You know, it's a very vague tiebreaker over head-to-head or income, because I just don't understand why we're playing Georgia again. That's the only reason I said I was getting ready for Texas A&M, because I figured, okay, we ain't going to see Georgia. We beat Georgia, and Texas A&M got the better. That ain't what they chose to do. And if Alabama beats Georgia, the college football committee got a decision to make. If Georgia beat Alabama, they got a decision to make. That's why the conference commissioner, he's been saying he wants to get 4 or 5 SEC teams into this playoffs. Why? Because they don't do what we got to do, first of all. And we got a little precedent for it, I think. I don't know the records, but SMU lost their conference championship game and went to the playoffs and got smoked out. Let everybody else get smoked out. But you already know what happens. You get too many SEC teams in there, they're going to start crying. Oh, woe is me. We ain't got a chance. Half of the field is full of SEC. Yeah, that's right. Step your games up, suckers. Anyway, focusing on the offense, running backs attrition is becoming an issue, and we got to hold somebody accountable. I'm not going to hold Ryan Grubb accountable to what's going on with this offense. The way I look at it, Ryan Grubb wants to run certain plays for the team. However, maybe not his running backs, some of his running backs, and not enough of his linemen can block, because I got evidence that I've seen in other places. They can't block whatever he's calling. So who's supposed to be teaching them to block the way he wants them to block? That's Coach Chris Cabalova. I think it's time for a change for our offensive line. They can call him in and put him on a needs improvement plan, and, you know, we got to check in every 6 months, and he don't get no pay raise and all the kind of stuff they do to get the jobs. But I'm serious, man. If there's a better offensive lineman coach out there, Sam Pittman, Arkansas, let that man come in and do what he do. If there's a better offensive line coach out there, they got to just fire at Florida. Go get him. Bring him on this team staff. This man has not gotten our premier. We realize this. At center, there's a senior. I think Cam Dewberry is a senior. I know Proctor is in his last year, even though he's not a senior. He looked like he's 35 years old. But yeah, all this experience on the left side of. Do y'all remember when Alabama used to just run out to the left side or the right side and you couldn't do nothing about it? Now, maybe you can't do all that. You ain't got Derek, and you ain't got, you know, Ingram. But we got some doggone good backs. And we can't get 3 yards when we want it from the left side of that line. That is criminal. I don't know why we run the ball so poorly against other people. And if we don't fix it, I don't know how long you're going to last in the playoffs. You may just run the ball, for instance, effectively 200 yards, and just keep the ball away from Ohio State enough so they can't throw it to Jeremiah Smith. It might be a 6-point game. Who knows? That may be all you need. But are we running the ball 200 yards a game? No, we're not. Can we guarantee 125 yards a game. I don't know what the average is. I don't think so. But focusing on keeping Ty upright and out of pressure has been a problem. Like people don't know how to deal with wide nines, and people can't deal with people coming in the middle. Starts to the offensive line. I mean, have one guy to break free, but I've seen bad footwork by freshmen. I'm like, why is a freshman even playing like that? He playing against a dude who's going to the NFL next year or the year or two. Why is he here getting whipped like that? Where's the experience? Where's the development? Coach Kapolovic has been there for 2 years, to my knowledge. Why don't he have a sophomore or junior ready? He had Wilkin Formby out there. They took him from the outside tackle, put him on the inside. Think he's doing a stellar job. Where are all the rest of these people? I don't know. He's not getting them ready to go fast enough, and I don't like it. 3 sacks. Could have been more than that. Luckily, we didn't get a fumble. Like the last couple of games. It's just crazy. Now we got an injury to Jam Miller. Don't think he'll make it this weekend. Got to focus on these little funky runs and tie running and all these jet sweeps and all this stuff because something's with the backs. I don't know what's going on with the backs. Why we not running 3 back? Why we don't have 3 backs ready to go? Somebody get hurt, next man up. We got Daniel Hill. We can't run him in the ground, but who's behind Daniel Hill? We about to find out this weekend. Is it AK Deer? Do we really have to skip over 2 upperclassmen to get to AK Deer? That's saying something too. Either those guys have rested on their laurels, they've been fumbling in practice or something, or they can't pick up on the blocking. Whatever's going on here in game 13, it's a damn shame for this team. It's too many breakdowns, you know? I don't get it. I hope Jam gets well and make it over to the combine, or maybe he'll be back by the time the playoffs start. You know, if we are so privileged to get into the playoffs. I don't know. But here we go. SEC championship. And expanding. I mean, this matchup, man. You know Georgia's on fire right now, right? For Georgia. I still think they kind of got to go back and look at their schedule. Are they playing lighter people now? Was it tougher early? I don't know. I just think that we got a lot of things we got to do with Georgia. We got to get ready to be very aggressive and just put it on. I'm going to break it down here a little bit more later in the week as we get closer. But I don't want to play Georgia again. I know the LSU thing always bothered me, playing them twice, even though we won. It just bothers me. I think Alabama should be able to do the things we need to do to beat Georgia, but we're a different team now. So are they. We got our offensive line is even different since then. It's crazy that we're playing these guys again. Everything's going to count in this game. Special teams, our kicker, God bless him, he's deadly inside 35 yards. Talty, come on, man. Come on. You getting there. Kickoff's been going well. Yeah, everything's gonna matter in this game because it's a championship game. Remember, we've had some epic championship games versus Georgia, and I think this will be one as well. Will they allow Alabama to enter into the playoffs with a loss? Will they consider a 5-point loss a positive for Alabama? Or will they did a good game? Or will we go in there and just totally bookie on ourselves? Huh? I just know there are 3 non-negotiables for this game. Well, really more than 3. But first of all, we got to win this 3rd and medium chase. We got to start getting to 3rd and less than 5. I mean, we got to get to 3rd and less than 3, and don't allow them to get a 3rd and less than 3. Really, we got to get to 2nd and 2 because Lord knows if we're going to go shotgun, we're going to need 2 players to get there. That's crazy. The defense is going to do their job to the best of their ability. Got to keep taking the ball away. Everybody knows that. Got to get that ball out of the Georgia player's hand. You know, let Bray do what he do. Maybe Saab can nab one, and maybe Dijon Lee and Zay Brown can get them one out the air because they're going to put it in the air. And we got to get some more production. We need that. We got to get some run production. That's just need 150 yards. I don't care how we get it at this point. It's so late in the season. Need 150 yards at least to open the other things up. Maybe Ryan Williams to get downfield. Maybe Lacia Brooks will get across field, right behind Jeremy Bernard getting across field. And we know Isaiah Horton is going to be there for those possession receptions. So it's going to be pretty excited. I want to break it down a little later in the week. But before I get out of here, I need to apologize to the ladies of the Crimson Tide, because I promised on this channel the ladies of the Crimson Tide would not be neglected. They will always be respected. And I just got to say that I am sorry. Please forgive me, ladies, for ignoring your greatness. But now I'm locked in and I am paying attention. Do y'all know about Alabama's ladies women's wheelchair basketball team? I mean, these folks here, it's part of the adapted athletic scholarships and stuff like that. But these people started playing in 2003. They looked at it. They said it's time, for the grown-ups to show up and play this sport and take it over and dominate it. And really, since they've been playing since 2003, everybody else been playing for second place. You're talking about they ain't built no program. They got missiles being launched. They've won their first national championship in 2009. The first one. I bet you wonder, like, well, how many do we have? Okay, you want to know? We got 11. We're on number 11 right now. That's right. When Nick Saban's over there sleeping, when Nick Saban's over there, when he was resting up on his laurels, clearly I'm joking, but the rest of the country is like still counting like around 10. The whole country, they got 11. 11. The first coach to come in here was Margaret Strand. She set the stage and she put off a three-peat in 09, 10, and 11. Just dominate. And then they had Alicia Williams came in and she grabbed one more in 2015. Then what came next was kind of similar to what happened after Wallace Wade and a couple other coaches at Alabama. Total domination occurred. Like I said, while Nick Saban was resting, a coach, Ryan Hines, took over. And the whole league just turned crimson. I mean, this man built a modern gold-plated 5-peat machine. He's won at least the last 5. Now, the reason he didn't win more than 5 in 2020, the country got sick with their COVID-19. So from 2019 until this year, 5. This man ain't coaching. He's just collecting championship rings. Come bring Marine back. Y'all going to get Marine back. And who do we have to thank for these titles? Mostly it's the University of Texas at Arlington, the lady moving maths. They are always willing to sacrifice their championship aspirations, mostly for the Crimson Tide. At least they have been over the last 2 years, 2024 and 2025. Usually they beat us in the regular season, and we just pay them back in the playoffs. At this point, it's kind of like a tradition. A tradition I really like. Other teams like the Illini and Arizona, they get participation trophies showing up, little small trophies. Smaller than the little crying Auburn baby right there. It's real small trophies. They show up. They use on the undercard while the University of Alabama's playing on the main event. 11 national championships. Yeah, book them, rack them, put them. They need to build a stadium and put them up in the rafters. It's a pipeline. These guys aren't just coming over here to play basketball. These guys are Paralympic athletes and medalists. Team USA just waiting to see who we get next. Bailey Moody, Mary Silverman, Ms. Gonzalez, because I can't pronounce I-X-H-E-L-T. I don't know if that's I don't want to mess that up. Ms. Gonzalez, Lindsey Zerbrugg. These are just some names. These are champions. While all these people are trying to have a good season, we over here shipping players to the Olympics. That's the difference. That's why they win it. Sounds like how Nick Saban and now Caleb LeBoer are shipping people to the NFL. I like this team. I like this story. I want to hear more about it. I want to know where I can watch. So they just finished the 5-peat, and you talk about the chances for next year of 2026. They're kind of like right where I like it. It's near like 100% chance they're gonna win again. Probably not 100%, probably 99.9, but a bunch of other nines after it. So they're the defending champions, man. Number 1 seed, everywhere they go, undisputed heavyweight champion of sports. The only suspense that's left out there is how many points are they going to win by. This team is an absolute force of nature. They show up, they roll hard, and they take what's theirs. That's right, theirs. 11 national titles, a 5-peat, a dynasty that shows no sign of slowing down. So to every team out there, just keep on sharpening your skills, hit the weight room, and maybe you can keep us within single digits. Other than that, we're gonna beat the hell out of you. All the way to the, because when the clock strikes 0, just know the trophies, just like football, it's coming back to us loose. So roll tide, sweet dreams to all of those that are playing for second best. Second place, just first place loser. So my clock has hit 0. I better run and get out of here. I wanted to share some more with you, but things have been running really long for me. I want to thank all of you for joining me and making Alabama great always. Thank you, It's Me, for chiming in. And I want to shout out to the Be Sharp and the Sharpshooters podcast, Kangaroo Black, Bama Moore, The Long Run with Piano Man, Rags, and Fitness. These guys are all great Alabama fans. And congratulations to the brother over at Auburn Addicts, Water Cooler Podcast, Bub and the Old Man, it's SEC season, and Dustin over at the Uptempo Podcast, and the Huggy Beard himself, aka the Rooster Mac. Because y'all got y'all a coach. You guys are no longer orphans out here in this game. So congratulations, being your coach. And it's coming in off the street, man. Alex Gold. And Alex Goldish. I mean, he's a decent player, coach. I just want to know, what is the over-under and how many months it's going to take him to cuss out a member of the power center, the big money over there on the plains. I'm going to tell Jimmy Raines, next time I get my hand on a piece of yellow wood, where I'm going to put it, right? It's only a matter of time. And congratulations to Vandy Chris over there at the Golden Broom. Man, for Vanderbilt, y'all ablaze. Y'all on fire. Y'all dusted off Tennessee. I thank y'all for dusting off Tennessee. Tennessee deserves to be beaten. And I just want everybody to know that while they say Alex Goldish is the reason that Tennessee is not where they're supposed to be or doing what they're supposed to be, Josh Heupel was running that offense, and Goldish was running that offense somewhere else. It could be that the offense just don't work the way y'all think it does. It could be the fact that the offense that the Goldish and Heupel are running, it's just trash. I mean, I don't know. It's not enough traditional. It's not powerful enough for the SEC. We're gonna find out what Goldish can do. But what was he, 9-23? No, not 9-23. It's like 23 and something down there at South Florida. Wasn't necessarily burning it up. You know what I'm saying? So good luck to you, Auburn, with all that stuff. Check in with me during the game. Like I said, I'm probably going to roll in there around fourth quarter. I have not seen through this madness for 4 quarters with you guys. I do not recognize what that offense is going to do. I don't like the feeling. I want to go outside and punch holes inside of my car when I'm watching them. So I'm going to be just like the rest of y'all. And I'm just sit here and I come in here and we do like a fourth quarter and a post-game wrap-up. Feel free to join me, but just join me. There's no need for you to roll in the fourth quarter alone. You be pissed off or you're happy, just come on here and roll with me. I'll be here if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. With that, we will see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here around the herd, 7 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Central. And as always, like I always say in party, always remember, roll tide.